This is definitely not something we see every day. Unbelievable video shows a nurse shark latched onto a Clay County man's belly, and it will just not let go.
Wait, don't pull him off.
This video recorded Labor Day weekend in the Gulf off the island of Marathon in the Florida Keys. Irvin McCarty from Green Cove Springs in Clay County just posted the video on social media, and it's going viral.
Wow. Channel 4's Vic Micolucci spoke with McCarty today in an interview you'll see only on News4JAX, and Vic joins us live with his remarkable story. Vic, I didn't even know a nurse shark could do that.
A lot of people didn't until they saw the video. It really is unbelievable, Mary, but just ask this guy in the film is not going to lie. He says it was a long ordeal. In fact, it took about 30 minutes to get to the boat and then get the shark off of his stomach. It was painful. He is okay. I do have to warn you, we're showing you parts of the video that can be a little bit graphic. We blurred out the worst of it, but still, this is not for the squeamish.
Hold him still, hold him still.
It is a day that Irvin McCarty will never forget. The day a shark bit him and would not let go.
Come on, Johnny, come on. Stab him or something.
This is video from a fishing boat a few miles off the coast of Marathon. That is a 2 to 3 foot long nurse shark on Irvin's stomach.
Get the damn thing off of me.
Irvin had been lobstering and spearfishing with family and friends. He says he dove down about 12 feet to get a grouper that someone else speared.
I turned to go back up the air, and something hit me in the stomach. I don't know if somebody kicked me or what, but whatever hit me was biting onto me.
He surfaced far away from the boat, and there was a strong current. All the while, he couldn't shake the shark off.
I had to grab it with both hands, keep it from shaking, and get up for air at the same time.
It tried to pull him underwater.
I thought I was drowning.
He says after about a 20-minute struggle, he finally got to the boat.
Cut him so he would turn loose.
I was out of breath. It was wearing me out. It took everything I had to keep it from shaking.
To get it off, a friend stabbed the shark. It was their only option.
Irv, I'm bleeding him out. You're just going to have to lay there for a minute and let him bleed out.
But it actually took around 6 more minutes until the shark released.
Oh! Let him go, let him go.
But the shark bit him a second time in another part of his stomach. That time, it let go a little easier.
Poor little guy.
Irvin got a checkup and a tetanus shot. But the big question is, will he be back in the water?
I'll continue to fish. I'll continue to snorkel. Just make sure there's not a nurse shark around.
So now he's got this scar and quite the fish story. At least this one has video to prove it.
Cut him out of there. Here we go. Oh, I got one right here.
Irvin in quite a bit of pain there at times, but he said overall it wasn't that bad of an experience. Yes, he will go back to the Florida Keys. He goes there every year, and this isn't going to change things. As far as this bite, it is relatively rare. I reached out to Dr. Jim Gelschlater. He's a UNF shark researcher known throughout the area, and he told me that nurse sharks are usually pretty docile and gentle, and they don't attack unless they are provoked. But he did say that this man said that he was fishing for grouper, so possibly that grouper that had been speared let some blood into the water, and that's what caused the shark to come in an aggressive manner and attack. As far as the number of shark attacks, we're told less than 100 reported in the last century, so really not something that we see often when it comes to nurse sharks. For now, we're live on the south side. I'm Vic Micolucci, Channel 4, the local station.
And Vic, even though that shark wasn't very big, it looks so strong there, you know, writhing around. Any idea why that shark wouldn't let go?
Well, that's how those sharks are built, according to Dr. Jim Gelschlater. He says that they're bottom feeders, so they're basically really strong suction cups to eat their prey off the bottom, so they have a very strong force to suck that water or the air up. They can hold on to their prey, and then they also have several rows of teeth. The good news is their teeth are not as long as the traditional sharks, so that's why typically if they do bite someone like we saw in Irvin's case, the injuries are not that severe because the teeth don't penetrate more than maybe an inch or two. So that is the good news here, but again, they're usually gentle giants that people aren't too worried about, but this time, not the case.
Especially not at feeding time, that's the truth. Vic Michelucci reporting to us live. Thank you, Vic. What a remarkable story. Now, listen to this. In May of last year, a woman was bitten by a nurse shark in Boca Raton, and that incident was also caught on camera. The woman was taken to the hospital with a 2-foot nurse shark still attached to her arm. Wow. Beachgoers say a group of people, including the woman, were provoking the shark, though, when it latched onto her. And you may remember just this week in Hanna Park, a local surfer also survived an encounter with a shark, although it's unlikely he was bitten by a nurse shark. The surfer was sitting on his board waiting for a wave when the shark clamped onto his lower leg and his foot. He says he got 20 stitches to close the wound.